welcome to Rear Facing Toddlers. My name is Margaret. This is the Britax-Römer iSense system, which consists of the baby-safe iSense infant carrier, the Dualfix iSense toddler seat, and the FlexFix base that they both fit onto. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to fit it all into the car. So this is the FlexFix base that both of the seats fit onto, and to fit it into the car you simply pull the strap here at the back that brings out the ISOfix arms both at the same time, and you then lock the ISOfix arms into the points in the car by holding the strap. I find that the easiest way to do it, to keep them in place. Lock it in and you'll see it go green. Sometimes they will both lock in at the same time, but if they haven't, just make sure that the other side has also clicked into place and has gone green too. And now, once you've clicked it into place, there will still be a gap here behind the brace, between the brace and the backrest of the car. And you need to close that simply by just pushing the seat in as far as it will go. Give it a little wiggle from side to side just to make sure it's locked into place properly. When it no longer clicks, you know it's as tight as it can go. Now in this car, the backrest of the seats themselves are quite flat, so you get a nice snug fit on this brace. You may find that in your car, the backrest is a bit more reclined and there is a bit of a gap. And if that's the case, there is an adjustment button on here so you can change the angle. Now my car's actually got adjustable recline on the backrest, so I've just reclined this seat a bit more to create a gap here, just to show you how to adjust that brace if there is a gap in your car. And you do that by pulling this lever forward, and then you lift up the brace and lean it back until it locks into place. And then I'm just going to push it in a little bit tighter just to close that gap completely. And that's now all nice and snug all around. And then the next thing you need to do is the leg. Now, as you can see, there's a big red indicator up here. That indicator should not be visible. So you need to fold the leg out until that red part completely disappears. And then there are buttons on either side of the leg that you pinch together. The leg drops down and you then push it down and lift the base up slightly until it locks into place. The base is now ready for the seats to be installed, either the infant carrier or the toddler seat. But before I do that, I just want to show that this has actually got a recline mechanism built into it. So it's not the seats themselves that recline, it's the base. There is a lever here at this end. You squeeze that lever and then you can tilt the base, or tilt this part of the base to adjust the recline to the angle that you want. Baby-safe infant carrier has two metal bars at the bottom, and it's those metal bars that lock into the base. And these are the slots that those two bars click into. So you just take the seat, place it rear facing on top of the base and click it into place. Now, as you can see, it's not always easy to find that exact slot where that bar has to go. And the little trick to get it in the right place in one go is to find that bar with your finger. Obviously, don't tip it upside down with your baby in it, but you roughly know it's in this corner. So if you put your finger near that bar and then just move your finger to that slot, and then you find it in one go much more easily. So I'm just showing you this one more time from the other side of the car. So you just lift the seat up, place it on the base, push it down until it clicks into place. And when it's done that, you'll see this button here will have popped out. And then to remove it from the base, that's the same button that you then press. You push it down quite hard till it clicks, and then you can lift the seat up. The baby-safe iSense infant carrier can be used from 40 to 83 centimetres, up to 13 kilos. Most of the time, the limits that are given for these seats are an average guide that says birth to 15 months. But actually, 83 centimetres and 13 kilos is in most cases closer to 2 years. So you can actually use this infant carrier for a lot longer than some of the others that are on the market. And this is the iSense Dualfix, and this is the follow-up toddler seat that fits on the same base and can be used for babies from 61 centimetres all the way up to children of 105 centimetres, which is about 4 years. Now, as you may have noticed, this seat is suitable from 61, whereas the, oh, I'm falling over, but that's okay. Whereas the infant carrier actually goes up to 83. So there is a 22 centimetre overlap, which is probably about a year, I would say. So this one you can start using from about 6 months. but that seat can be used up to about, like I said earlier, 15 to even 24 months, depending on how big your baby is. So when you decide to make the switch is entirely up to you anywhere within that period. This sticker here on the base shows that up to 15 months you can use the baby safe infant seat, and then from 15 months onwards you can actually use the toddler seat forward facing. Now, the toddler seat can be used up to 105 centimeters, which is on average about 4 years old. Children need to rear face until 4 years minimum, preferably 6. So I'm only going to show you how to install the seat rear facing. It rear faces up to the same limit as it does forward. So I'm just going to ignore the forward facing option and only show you the safest one, which is rear facing. So the Dualfix toddler seat is installed on the base in exactly the same way as the infant carrier, with those 2 metal bars at the bottom that lock into the slots on the base. So again, you just drop the seat into the base in those slots, click it into place until that button pops out. When I installed the base earlier in this video, I showed you how to recline the base. Now that the seat is installed, this can also be done with the infant carrier, I just forgot to do it, but I'm going to show you how to do it with the Dualfix. You just put your hand in here, you'll feel the lever that's attached to the base, squeeze it, and then you can recline the seat, lie it back like this, and sit it back up again like that. One of the nice things about the FlexFix base is its swivel feature. So you can actually turn the seat towards the side of the door to make putting the child in the car seat easier and fastening the harness. And you do that by pressing this button here, and then you just hold that down and turn the seat to face the door. There is an indicator on the base that shows red when the seat is not locked into its rear facing position. So as you turn the seat and it clicks, that will go black. To remove the Dualfix from the base, same as with the infant carrier, you press this big button here, you press it twice, so it goes down once, and then you give it a really hard push until it clicks, and then you just grab the harness and lift the seat out of its base. So that's the end of the installation, but what I have found recently is that I could get quite a lot of messages from people asking me how to take their seats out of the car, and I have to admit that's not something I've ever considered doing. So while I'm here, before we stop filming, I'm just going to show you how to take the base out. And you do that by pinching these 2 bits here together. You need to squeeze that bit down there so the green disappears, and then pull the red over and you'll hear it coming undone. And I've just pushed it back in again just to show that it's actually easier to do both at the same time. So I'm just going to go like this and bring it out. And then you can just lift the base out of the car. Mind your fingers because it's very heavy. And that was my Britax iSense system installation video. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time.